So I'm starting with this section, and I'm just wiping it because it's not dirty or anything, it just has dust and a few petals from the trees, the flowers came, and they'll rest on this, on these little ledges. And just want to let you know a way to clean these ledges off really well is you take your stick that they give you, and then you wrap it around with this, so it looks like this, and then you can use it for edging. Like, you just go along there, and you just go along like so, and it cleans it really well. See, there's before. So I just go along here like this. Use the stick. Nobody ever tells you this, but you know, you really should be getting in these little crevices because you're going to paint it. It works extremely well. See, that moss and stuff comes right off. And I know people say, just use bleach, just wash your fence with bleach. But I mean, this fence is like 12 years old. I mean, I don't think it can handle bleach. Section all cleaned off. I noticed there was rot at the bottom because it was kind of underground, so I tried peeling that off, sanding that as much as I could. And it definitely needs this. So the reason why I got the water base one is because then supposedly you only have to do it every 10 years. And this was oil-based probably 11 years ago or something. It doesn't look like anything was done with it. So this is what I chose. And the color is called Red Barn. And I got this semi-transparent because I really like the look of wood and I didn't want it to look like a plastic fence. This is what Red Barn looks like, and it's semi-transparent, so I'll still be able to see the wood grain. So what I'm going to do is pour it in here and then spray it. And then after I've sprayed a section, I'm going to make sure it gets in and give it a little paint. So I'll spray a section, paint a section. But I need to go get my extension cord. It doesn't have a long cord. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. After the spray part, you just give it a quick paint with your paintbrush, because this happens. The biggest mistake people make is they use their sprayer. When they use a sprayer, they spray way too much, and then it starts running, and then the whole thing will start peeling. First layer of the first panel complete. Well, I changed my mind. I don't really like the red. So, and I don't really like watercolor either. Anyway, I'm going to paint over it more watercolor, and then I'm going to start doing the rest of it in oil. I'm going to see how weird this looks when I try putting a different color on top. This is what I'm going to put on top. It's more water, so it should just go right on top, and it's a nice walnut brown. See how that goes. So let's try out the dark brown over top of the red and see if it looks decent. Just brush it in. See? Make sure it gets in there really well. Make sure there's... It was kind of hard to paint because the sun was actually in my eyes the whole time. Anyway, I really like this chocolate, well, dark walnut. It looks good. I like it better than the red, and I'm glad it covered it nicely. Anyway, and then I'll do the rest of it that color. Looks good. I am going to do another layer of it. So that's the first layer. I'm about to do another layer, but I'm giving it an hour to dry. And in the meantime, while it's drying, I'm going to start washing this off just with dry cloth, giving it a good wipe. Okay, so anyway, that looks really good. Now I'm going to use oil on the rest of it. So, because I don't want any oil on the ground, I put towels down, sheets, and I just gave this a good wiping. If there's anything on it that was harsh, I sanded it. It was kind of gross on the side here, so I sanded all that. Sometimes you have to hand paint because you want to be very careful against your house paint. Just wanted to show you this new brush that I got. It's big. A couple strokes and you're done with this thing. I'm going to show you how to shake the can so you don't have to pick it up and hurt your back and do that. Here's a special way. You just leave it on the ground and just go like this. That's it. You don't have to pick it up and hurt your back. Okay, now I'm using oil paint. And I did all the technical things with the brush, and now it's time for this thing. There you go. Just got my brush out of the fridge where I wrapped it, and now it's all ready to go. And now I just spread it in like so and stop all the drips. Okay, well, the gate portion is done with oil, and it's only one coat, and there's sun splotches on it, so it's not me, it's the sun. And that's with oil. And then one on the left here is water base. So which one's the best? I have to film when the sun isn't blaring on us. I'm just about to apply the second coat. And by the way, that was about 2 hours from the first layer. So apparently that's all you need. Now I'm going to brush it. Brush it in. Hasn't even dried yet, but I just painted the second layer and brushed it in. And it goes perfectly well with my first one. And this first panel has the watercolor. It like matches perfectly. So nobody's gonna know I changed my mind. Fabulous. If I do say so myself. Another trick of the trade, when you're putting your lid on your can, most people just plunk it on and just start hammering. When you plunk it on, put your fists on it like this and go, see? Did you hear what shloop? And then you can hammer. Oh, also I put a cloth over it first, so it doesn't splash. But I mean, it is sealed. Also, if you're doing this kind of fence, and you're spraying it, look what happens. It can go through to the other side. So when you spray it, just give it a quick brush, see, and just get rid of it really easily. Like, just go to the other side quickly and have a little look-see and make sure it hasn't dripped. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm all done this whole section. I've got more fence in the yard to do, but it's supposed to rain in a couple days, so I think I'm going to be doing it in like a week. So I'll wrap up this YouTube and show you how good this part looks. So there's that section that I just finished. Now this is the other side of the section. I just want to say, let's compare these two. This is done with semi-transparent water paint, and this is done with semi-transparent oil paint. And the one, they look the same, except if you look carefully, this side's shinier and it seemed to cover more. Like, it could be a plastic fence, you know, I don't like it. This side here, you can see more of the wood underneath. It's not as shiny. See the comparison? So don't make the mistake I made and use water base. Plus, the water base was more difficult. As I would spray it, it was really running. Whereas this fence, maybe because it's 10 years old, it was absorbing it. Was absorbing the oil like so fast. I'm like, oh, like I brushed it anyway, but I don't think I needed to. But yeah, I'm really happy with this job I did. Another guy job that I did. A blue job. That's fine. Because when I was married, my ex-husband, he wasn't interested in re-oiling the fence. So when he left, I'm like, oh, either it gets done by me or it doesn't get done. So guess I'm doing it. You gotta do maintenance on things, including relationships. I must say one thing about using oil paint, and this is what I used. I have a gallon left for the rest of my fence. I need to get more. You need to buy a paint thinner, because with the water, you just wash it, it's fine. But with oil paint, you have to get paint thinner to wash your brush and your sprayer afterwards. Oh well, worth it. Looks like $1,000,000.